Let us look at static variables. This is little confusing, so I will make it very easy for you. Just listen it very carefully. I have already covered local and global variables. So based on that, with the help of that, I'll explain you static variables. See, here I have an example program. Inside this, I have one global variable, that is v, which is having value 0. Then function is there, which is having a local variable 5, and it is doing v++ and displaying a and v. And from main function, it is calling function fun for 3 times. Now let us see how it works, what will be the output. We know well about the global variables. First I will show you the working, then I will show you what is static variable. So main is not having anything, just it is calling function fun. Main is not doing any work at all apart from calling this function. So let us see. The moment I say I want to run, this is loaded inside the code section. So the machine code is loaded in the code section. Then also variable v is created. You know well that these global variables are created inside code section at loading time before the execution of a program. Now let me execute and show you. I am using global variable again. Just a minor change, I'll make you understand static variable. Just follow this carefully. Let us see the execution. Main function starts. So there is nothing inside main function. So a dummy activation record I am taking. There is no variable, so no memory at all. Then function fun is called. Function fun activation record is created. What is the variable inside this one? A. And what is the value in this one? 5. Then v++. This v becomes 1. This v becomes 1. Then print a and v. A is what? 5 and v is what? 1. So instead of showing here, I will show here. So 5 and 1. A is 5 and v is 1 in the first call. This is displayed. And once the function ends, this activation record is deleted. Then it comes back to the main function. And what is the next line? Again the function call. Again the function is called. So activation record is created. A is created. What is the value of a in 5? Then v++, v becomes 2, and print a comma v. A is what? 5 only, and v is how much now? 2, as it's a global variable. Now once the function ends, again the activation record is deleted. Now you know when I call it again, 5 comma 3 will be printed. Now we can understand what are static variables. Listen. This is local variable for function fun. It is created and destroyed whenever the function is called. This is a global variable which is remaining there throughout the program inside the code section, and both these functions can access it. But here in my example, only function fun is accessing, main is not accessing. It's no problem. It's not mandatory that every function should access it. Now, this is a global variable. Who can access? Any function can access. How long it will be there? As long as the program is running. I want this variable inside this one. Int v assign 0. If you bring that variable here, it's not global. It became local. It became local. Yes. No. I want that to be just like a global. What does it mean by just like global? There are 2 points about global. It can be accessible everywhere, and it will remain always in the memory. Which one you want? I want it to remain always in the memory like this. I don't want it to be accessible by all the functions. I want it to be accessible only by this function. So write static here. Static here. Yes. That global variable property out of 2 property, 1 property, what is that? It will be there throughout the execution time of a program. So yes, static variables are the variables which remains always in the memory, always in the memory. They are just like a global variable. Only the difference between global and static variable is global variable can be accessed in any function. Static variables are accessible only inside the function in which they are declared. Now if I run this program now, static variable, how it works? Same way, same result. First time when it is called v is 0, then a is created, function fun, a is created with value 5 and it will v plus plus, so v becomes 0 to 1 now. Then display what? 5 comma 1, 5 comma 1, and function ends. This is gone, but that remains as it is. In the second call, again, this is not done again. Remember, in the second call, we have written it here. Every time it is not created, it is created only one time. That is at the loading time. Now next, again A is created for function fun and v plus plus, so the same v becomes 2 and print 5 and 2, 5 and 2. That's it. So the point here is, when you write any static variable, it is not created every time just like other local variables. So whenever you think of static variable, imagine that they are global, but their scope, visibility is limited to a function. That's it. That's it. This is the easiest way to understand static variables. So let us try this. Even I will try and show you.